understands what big moments are, and a fresh upstart team with a guy in C.J. McCollum at 34 who's seen a lot of wars, but a lot of these guys haven't.
Seeing action by Atlanta as this third quarter begins, and Johnson rims out the three. Towns. Jalen Brunson back the other way, contact with McCollum, and a foul. And Jalen's asking in the act, and it's going to be side out. 97. So that series goes back to Philadelphia with the ball.
When parents tell their kids, little kids, don't play with your food, eat it. You've got to take care of business when
Yes, sir.
When in hand. You've got Boston going home. Kudos to Philadelphia. Everyone thought they were dead in the water. What a response.
Anunoby, the drive is denied. Jalen Johnson able to keep that alive. The Hawks come back the other way. 3-on-3. Daniels saw Towns, no look, gave up his dribble, and Alexander Walker will go. There's the most improved player in the league. Johnson, Brunson stays in front of him late in the clock. Alexander Walker. Rebound by Towns.
Here to start this third quarter. See that 6-point swing. You miss your three wide open. You pay at the other end.
Instead of 13, it's 19. Now it's 16. So Conwu hits that three-pointer. And by the way, I'll be on Peacock. So as you make your viewing plans for later on in the week, those key games in this Eastern Conference playoffs. Thursday night, 6 in the East. Philly-Boston on Peacock. On the floor, no free throws for Anunoby. Knicks and their fans frustrated by that, but a foul on Okongwu, his third. 5 assists, so 5 more to a second consecutive triple-double. He's doubled here. Bridges swings it. Hart. Anunoby. Perfect.
All 5, and the best corner three-point shooter in OG knocks down the three.
Brunson stayed in front of McCollum as part of the story earlier in this series. Because of the double, Daniels had space for 2. Series high 12 so far.
Here's the problem. That's great and all, but second leading scorer on the year, Alexander Walker, averaged 21 on the season.
Bridges out of the corner with his knee. Thought they had Towns on a travel, switching pivot feet. Alexander Walker curl inside. Too much traffic. Got it back. Oh, wow. The basket and the foul.
Now maybe this can get him going. I'm talking about Alexander Walker, averaged 21 most of the playoffs in terms of shooting those twos.
This is at the free throw line. Stay with there. And then we're just talking about a forearm. Get the forearm on the back of the player defensively. It is a learning experience for many of these Hawks in a playoff series of the physicality you've got to play with, possession by possession. All-time skip pass and another one. Hart off on the 3. Bridges got the tip on that. Give him credit for keeping it alive for Anunoby.
It's funny how the home team gets those bounces, right? Best corner three-point shooter in OG.
Good hands knocked away from Alexander Walker, but his hands keep it alive. Fresh shot clock. He's at the basket for 2. On the feed by Johnson.
Right now. Now they're trying to post Cat against Daniels.
Towns looking for the foul. 10 to shoot. Brunson a little space. Off on that. Walker running out. The Knicks get back so well defensively. Johnson, mid-range. Oh, tippy-toe triple from the logo. Take favorite shots of Mike Brown. Knicks had 3 made threes in the first half, 3 already here. Hawks move it to McCollum. And he doesn't get the Peacock, and she told me go watch it. It's really funny. Bridges to the basket for a much-needed dunk. And that was not funny for the Hawk fans. Daniels pitch to Alexander Walker. Bridges flying at him, and the keel knocks down the 3.
Look, we've got 2 of the best corner three shooters.
G led with 88. Alexander Walker was second with 84. Brunson gives it. Anunoby, 6 to shoot. OG going to work. Stepping back.
Nice. Now it's time to move his feet defensively.
Daniels inside, goes for the layup and gets it.
That's what I wanted him to do 2 possessions ago. Look, they're leaving him.
His offensive struggles were the outside shooting. At the 3rd worst three-point shooting season in NBA history for players who've taken a minimum of 100 in a season. But that athleticism at the basket can get an advantage with some size depending on the matchups. Brunson comes inside. Gets the 2.
You see how much pressure, stop and go, that he put on Alexander Walker. Non-stop.
And he missed it, tried to chase it down, but lost it. And Clarkson joining Karl Anthony Towns. And his double-double so far. Knicks led in scoring by Brunson, who has 22. Sizing up Daniels here. Off the mark. And the rebound secured by the Hawks. Daniels on the advance, and that's what Quinn Snyder wants. That's the way this team closed so well. Push the pace. Alexander Walker hits another 3.
Here they come. Slowly but surely. Can they put a
screening action happening about the top of the logo? 45 feet away. Cat behind the back pass. McBride tried one more. Long arm at Johnson got in the way.
Gotta go.
Alexander Walker does towards the rim. Knicks get hands in there and a foul on one of those attempts. It was right.
Hawks have a chance now to kind of put a little pressure on them.
It's been a double-digit Hawk lead since the final minute 40 of the first quarter. Johnson was trapped. Bradley just checked in, set a screen for Kuminga. Deep in the shot clock, nothing going on. Gonna have to be a hero shot from Johnson. Shot clock violation. McBride will stop. Good defense by Gabe Vincent to stop him again. Clarkson with 5. Mr. Robinson comes to get Alexander Walker. Got him up by the head. And the whistle on the take inside the foul.
This is nothing new here for Johnson.
Well, the Extreme Makeover Atlanta edition is pretty interesting, because if you think about the Christmas party on the fly, was almost a reset, but to the original expectations, meaning that when you knew Trae Young and Kristaps Hicks,
very good,
but they were languishing in the East. Locked, Kuminga couldn't finish, but he got a push, and the foul was called. Now fast forward and turn around, they go on that great stretch at the end of the season. There was a lot of their